everyone. Thought I would try some spinning today. It's been a while since I went live. Um, I was exhausted from the last uh, firing, and I just haven't been spinning that much. Means I've been spinning some, but didn't have the energy to go live. Hi, Christine. You got me today. I'm sorry you missed our last live stream. I saw the minute you joined in. We were gone. We were just getting ready to sign off, and there you signed in saying, "Hello, everyone." So, what I am spinning is um, a single right now for the purpose of making stacks. Oh, you are spinning too. That's great. So I'm spinning for singles to make the stack yarn that I had shown a while back. Do I have that card with me here? Hi, Karen. Karen or Karen? And today I'm live on Instagram as well as Facebook and YouTube. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see if I can keep track. So people on Instagram, if you would like a better view of me drafting and things like that, then go ahead and join Instagram. The link is in my profile there. Join YouTube, or you can even join on Facebook. The views on Facebook and YouTube are the same. So I'm not being like particularly super even, and I'm just randomly changing fibers. But I'm keeping the yellow sections short. I'm just trying to make sure I do that. There's a lot of joins in this yarn, but I want to make my stacks out of the yellow, so it needs to be contrasting. And for my Patreons, I'm sorry, I tried to upload the post that I'm going live, but there seems to be a problem with me logging on to that. So, hi Corina. So far, the 3 people who have messaged me on Facebook have all their names starting with K. There's a Christine, there's a Karen, and there's a Corina. So, there we go. I'm glad you could all join in. I know Christina is spinning. Are the other people spinning as well? I'm just enjoying a relaxing Sunday. I'm waiting for lunch to get ready in the Instant Pot. I had some time to kill, so I said let's spin some and let's go live. And I'm not counting treadles or anything to see how long my blue sections are in between. I probably should if I want to have a very consistent stacked yarn, but I particularly don't care about that. I just want my yellow sections to be approximately the same length so that my stacks are approximately the same size. So that's what I'm really focusing on. And then I just do kind of like random long blue sections in between. Whatever this color is, it has blue, it has red, it has green in it. The fiber, the dark fiber that I'm spinning is from the Homestead Hobbyist, and this fiber was actually gifted to me by Nancy from Schmozzarella Yarns, and she has the same fiber, and we thought it'll be a good idea to see how each of us spins it and what the resulting yarn lands up being. So she does more traditional yarns, and that's what actually I had planned to do. So I had actually spun half of it as a traditional single just by itself, actually quite some time back, almost a year back. And I did spin it from the fold rather than how I'm spinning from the end, and it had some nice specks of colors in it, because then the colors separate, they don't get blended like they're getting blended now. And so I spun half the singles that way, and then when I again thought I should just finish spinning this, I was like, let's try stacks or something. So then I switched. So my second ply, I am doing it this way. I did a few samples. I should go grab those so you can see what my intended plan is. Hold on just a second. I will be right back. So I'm back. Just wanted to show you that this is what the stacks look like once they are done. Oh, people on Instagram can see there. That's what my intended yarn is. So I'm basically spinning this 2-ply, and I'm spinning yellow sections in between, which are going to be coiled up to become these almost bead-like pieces in there. I can see, I don't know, just focus. There you go. Focuses, right? So there. So that's the yarn I'm trying to create, and that's my little sample card. You haven't done beehive yarn or coils, that's fine. There is like all these yarns that I am trying out now have been on my agenda for the longest time, and I have kind of done samples of them every now and then, but never like, a full proper skein. I'll probably do samples just like how much is there on that card, and I'll be like, okay, I can do that, and just leave it. But uh, ever since, and I used to have trouble doing those yarns on my previous wheel, and things changed after I got the Aura wheel. So I've been spinning more of those art yarns, which I earlier didn't do that often. A little bit of yellow. I don't know if this will be enough for this section. Maybe it will. Maybe a small stack. Should we add more yellow? I do have the fiber. Wow. I have to do acrobatics half the time here. There we go. So the yellow fiber that I have here is actually a bat that I prepared myself. It has silk in it, it has sparkle in it, and all kinds of other Angelina in it. So it has a whole bunch of stuff. So where is my end? So this is what I like about this wheel is the ease with which I can thread it without the need of a hook or anything at all, and they're ready to spin again. Now I have coiled it twice, as you can see around this. For some yarns, when I'm doing traditional spinning and I want a very less take up, there are ways to adjust things on the wheel where I can reduce the take up as well, but this is another way, is to just coil it twice around the delta, and that reduces the take up as well. This is something I learned from Evanita, who does super fine consistent yarns. So that's one good feature about this, that there are many ways of achieving the yarn that you want from this wheel. Like I can make adjustments to my drive band, to my tension band, to the bobbin band or whatever, and I can still achieve, and I can keep everything the same and just do a simple coil like that and reduce the take up. So Karina said that you have a flyer on the way for your aura for finer spinning. And you switch out your drive band, yeah. I do have the lace flyer, which I use for, well, I've used it only once so far when I spun for my socks. And it works really well for that. And usually I don't spin that fine, so I used it for only that project. And when I spin for socks again, I do have another sock. Well, actually, I already did spin for another pair of socks on my electric wheel, my Hanson, and that is waiting to get. Yeah, I have to ply that one. So that is spun super fine as well, but that's this bobbin right here. So this one has already been spun. It's actually self-striping rainbow colors, but you cannot see them because, you know, I have bound it up and it kind of looks like a big jumble colorful mess right now. But this is going to make like self-striping sock yarn. So that is going to get plied, and after that I have plans to spin on the lace flyer on the aura wheel for another sock, and this time I'm going to try something different that I was reading about last night. So one thing I'm changing is the fiber for that one is Cheviot, which I've heard is good for sock spinning. So I'm like, okay, let's give that a try. And then the other thing which I'm changing in that is the structure of the yarn. So the first socks that I had done, which I had spun on the aura, was I had tried two things. I had tried a traditional 3-ply, and my other sock with the same fiber, which is a merino and nylon blend. I did a chain ply. So, you know, there is all this talk every time of whether a chain ply is as strong or is a traditional 3-ply better. Um, I thought I would just test it out. One sock for uh, each foot and see which one gives way first. So we'll see how that experiment goes. The one that I spun on my Hanson recently, that one is going to be a chain ply because I want the self-striping colors. So that's what that one's plan is. And then the Cheviot, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a 3-ply, but not a traditional 3-ply. I'm going to do opposing plies, where two of the plies will be spun Z, which is clockwise, and one of the plies will be spun S, which is anti-clockwise, and the 3 plies together are going to be spun S again. So two of those plies are, will settle in like they should because they were spun Z and plied S. But that third ply, which was spun S and now is getting plied S as well, apparently it tightens up and actually makes for a stronger yarn because that one of those plies has become stronger, but also it makes it more elastic because of it. That's the theory. I have not tested this yet. And that's the theory from Sarah Anderson's book, Spinner's Book of Yarn Design. So I kind of want to put that to test and see because according to her experiments, that sock lasted more longer than her traditional 3-ply. So, and she said she got a much more elastic yarn than she would have gotten otherwise. So I'm kind of looking forward to trying that and seeing if those socks land up being stronger. Plus, it's that that fiber is only Cheviot. There's no nylon in it, no silk in it, nothing to give it, no mohair in it to give it strength. So it'd be interesting to see uh, if it actually works as planned. And I know my spinning is not really very perfect for this. I'm kind of not being very concerned about. I could actually get this a lot more even when I was spinning off the fold, where you fold the fiber between your fingers and do it. Because and because this fiber is so slippery, and that's the main reason why I'm having trouble even spinning from the end. It's just, and I had to even like double loop it on the delta because it just wants to fly away from my hand. The bat is, I can spin pretty consistently, as you can see. And since this is going to be the textured ply, I'm not very concerned whether it is the perfect thickness and so. Now I could spin the dark fiber off the fold like I did for the other half, which is right here. So this is the other half of it, and people on, if people on Instagram can see it, then people on Facebook cannot see it. So I have to move the camera twice. So there, and you can see the colors are really highlighted. You get those really nice pops of greens and reds and all of those here because this is spun from the fold. And so this is going to be one of the plies, and then the other ply is going to be what I'm spinning right now with the dark and light sections. And like I said, I could spin it off the fold, which maybe I can do some right now. And but it's when there is so much of joining and rejoining and stuff, it just becomes hard to do. So I said, thank you. I'm glad you like the colors. I really like the colors. Usually means I like dark colors, but I like dark saturated colors usually. And but I usually don't go for this dark because it tends to look all black. But this one works, and you can see there's a lot of silk in this. That's the reason why it has so much shine. But if I spin it across the fold, then I can get like each color going in rather than all of them mashing up. The problem becomes the joints because I need to keep joining fiber, and then I have this bundle in my hand. It becomes a little harder. That's why for this ply I'm just spinning off the end. Means I can join, it's not like I cannot, but like I'll be in the middle of this when I want to put yellow, and then I have to let go of my fiber. So in this you can see I can have that color, but now I can have this section of blue. So that really changes the way the yarn looks. You get these sections of colors, whereas in the previous case they were all getting blended in. So see, right now is a time where I would like to add the yellow, but I don't want to leave this mess in my hand, so I'm going to finish spinning all of this before I add the yellow. How that makes sense. And I know the colors are, it's very subtle when you're looking at such a fine single, whether anything is actually even happening. That's different. Believe me, it is. Because when you look at the yarn, they do look very different. Uh, if you just spin it across from the top, as it is going like this, from the end there, all the colors just get blended in into one color. But if you do it across the fold, then you can get each color going in. Alright, time to move our hook to the back. So this has been extremely time consuming to spin because of all the joins. Just spinning the single would have been fine, but it's like every now and then I have to stop, pick up the next color, and spin a little bit of the yellow and to make the stacks. So if you have any questions, do let me know. I don't know if this video got shared on the Fibery Goodness page. Let me just check real quick if it has or hasn't. Okay, let's just share it there. Okay, sorry about that. And I hope my joins are good enough. You'll all find out when I actually go ahead and apply this yarn. So Karina, you mentioned you have a e-flyer. Is that different from what is an e-flyer? Is it the one like the Bully Binder, um, which moves your yarn guide back and forth automatically? I just realized you mentioned. Oh, it's different. It's different than Woolly Winder. I thought initially you mentioned like you're getting the lace flyer. Hmm. But what is the E in it? Is it? That's what I'm getting confused with. Oh, it's similar to the lace flyer. Interesting. I'll have to look that up. Is that standard or well, I guess it is special. Okay, I just posted my live feed on the Fibery Goodness group, so in case you're there, I cannot see your messages if you post in that post, but if you join my Facebook page, you can chat there and I can answer any questions you have. And what I'm spinning is actually a single with different colors, which can be used for making the stack yarn, which I had posted recently. So it uses standard bobbins, and you have the Lay's Jumbo and Monster bobbins already. I know those Monster bobbins are really Monster bobbins, the overdrive ones. Hey Diane, thank you for joining in here. I just saw your message too. I was going to message you. Join us live. I'm not doing anything super crazy or special. I'm just um, spinning a single, which is going to be turned into the stacked yarn that I had recently posted. So there is the yarn I'm talking about. It has these different stacks which look like beads in between. So, and so I'm basically spinning the single and then adding small sections of that yellow fiber as well. So this is the initial prep part, which is might be boring, but it has to be done. I've already spun the single. Oh, Casper is busy. Casper! Okay, I'm losing power on my phone, so my Instagram is going to stop shortly. But I'll still be live on Facebook. Yeah, so that stacked yarn is basically done by spinning a single of one color and then adding small sections of a contrast single in between. And then when you apply it, you actually uh, make those stacked beads out of the contrasting color. So this is a very time consuming single to spin because you have to stop, break your yarn, add your contrast, break it again. So it's a lot of joining and spinning and joining and spinning. So it's very time consuming. I'll see how much patience I have for it. Like if I have enough, even though I'm not done with the fiber, I think I'll call it a day. And this fiber has such a nice sheen to it. I'm not particularly spinning it very evenly. Uh, like I don't mind uh, if it's slightly thick and thin in places. Like I'm not deliberately doing very thick sections. The yellow parts, no, they are not thick. They are just the regular thickness that I'm spinning. Like I'm trying to be more or less consistent in the entire fiber, in the entire single, uh, because it's a stack. It's not like thick and thin slabs with which you make beehives or anything. These are stacks. Stacks are different compared to doing beehives. So basically, see that my yellow section is the same thickness as the rest of my yarn. Um, what I was saying about consistency is that I'm not trying to make it like a super consistent thin, even thickness. Like I'm trying, but I'm not pushing myself to do that a lot because I kind of like the thick and thin, like that little bit of unevenness look in it. Because if you look at my sample here, like it does this real cool spiral thing as well in the only dark portions of the yarn too, which I really like. So it's not, if I have it like a very consistent yarn, the rest of the yarn will look very consistent and perfect looking, which I particularly don't like. There are some sections like out here where the yarn is really consistent and then I have the stack there. But I kind of like the unevenness look of these. So so yeah, not particularly spinning it very thick, the yellow sections. Yeah, and this it should be there on my page. I don't delete these, and you can always subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch the videos. If you would like, you can support me on my Patreon page, uh, and the posts are usually always there, but they are also always on YouTube as well. So, you spent the day spinning all day yesterday. You have to do music practice. Well, that's good. It's good to do different things. You don't have to spin and knit and everything all together on the same day. All right, take care, Diane. And I will be signing off from Instagram right now, and actually from my live too, because this, you know, I'm hungry right now. I need to eat lunch myself, and I don't know if I think I'm gonna be going live for the stacks thing only for the Patreons, and we'll see about that, how I feel. And when I feel like doing it, if it's at a decent time, then I can go live for everyone. But I might just post it for the Patreons later then. Alright. Take care everyone. I'll join you all later. Bye.